Welcome to the Battlefield Show. I am Scott Gibson, your Commander-in-Chief, guiding you through the battlefield of life. You know what you're here for, no more messing about. Stick the tape in, hit the track, onwards! Episode 19 of That's Battlefield Show. Welcome back, dear listener. Now, 18 to 19, it's been a fucking while. Couple of weeks now, 2 weeks? Your old dad's kept you waiting, but let's no pretend that it's all been fucking plain sailing happy days, the old Casa Gibson, right? Because it's been a stressful fucking 2 weeks. First off, straight off the bat, let me just say a massive, heartfelt thank you to everybody who came along to the Classic Grand on Saturday night just gone for what was the first run out of what will be the new show. There will be the new touring show for 2021, and every year when I start to put together some new stuff, I get so fucking nervous. The truth is, I don't really write a lot, which may be apparent in my comedy, but I don't sit at a desk, with a paper and write stuff out. Any writing I do tends to be bullet points, because I write on stage. And I feel that that's the best place, and that's the place that works for me, and it's different for a lot of people. I know some good mates who are good comics, and they are so heavily scripted. You would not everything to the movement of their feet, hand placement, everything is rehearsed, scripted, tailored for each specific joke, routine, whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make their style more valid over mine. It doesn't make me a better comic over them. It's just the fact that everybody is completely different. And I know that people will say things like that, and sometimes people might go, "What? I mean, how different can?" how many different styles can be. You are amazed at how different comics are, as to their approach, as to their prep. So I write nothing, practically nothing, and what that affects is my fucking stress levels, and my anxiety is beyond a manageable level for the week that leads up to the show. So this year, probably more so than ever, just because once again we have fucked ourselves with just doing too much at once. We've moved house, we've fucking sorted out the old house, we've been on a holiday. The holiday was stressful, we were panicking about this fucking corona bullshit, and on top of that I obviously was coming back to do a show. So that was in my mind, and I couldn't really relax. So literally, we could not have worked out a worse 2 week preparation for doing that show if I fucking tried. So I was happy. I wouldn't say I was delighted, but I was happy with how the show went on Saturday, and there feels as though there is enough. There is enough light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to say that. There's enough movement in my head that I think I can knock this into shape. Since Saturday, I've had a rethink of a few things from Saturday night. And I think I'm going to approach some of the subjects a little bit differently, but I've already had a few ideas of another small section of material to go in. So yes, but huge thank you to everybody who came out. The Classic Grand is one of those venues where I know them very well, because that is where we do now the hashtag show, the other podcast that I'm involved in, which is coming back. I've had a lot of people message me. I wish that listeners of the hashtag show could just see the fucking renovation work that Mal is doing to his house. Do you know what? He'd probably give himself less work if he just bought a field and built the fucking house himself. So I understand that it's been quite a time since the podcast has been out, but remember, we do live nearly 2 hours apart from each other now, and Mal is going through a fucking massive bit of work with his new house, so it is coming back. Do not worry. But yeah, the Classic Grand, man. The staff are just amazing. As someone who is very lucky that I think I've always wanted to be a touring comic, in the sense that every year I go on tour, obviously fucking touring comic. I've never wanted to be a club comedian, because growing up in Glasgow in Scotland, we don't have comedy clubs. Like, I know some of you'll be going, but there's the Stand and there's the Gilded Balloon. You compare that to England, where every major city, will have at least one established club. They may have 2, they may have 3. We don't have a comedy circuit in Scotland. So when I was working out in my head what I wanted to do, and realising that, comedy was the thing, and I wanted to be a comedian, I never thought that there was a club circuit that you could tour on, or you could work on, and make money. So my idea of, being a comedian, being a successful comic, or having a successful career, has always been touring. And as I work harder and harder towards that, and the biggest thing is promotion and getting your name out there, because there's nothing to do with it's nothing to do with the talent or the content. I know, and I say this with honesty and without being funny at all. I'm one of the best comics in the country. Fact. So now it's just about trying to build a profile, which is frustrating, because now I'm in a time in the industry, certainly, where talent is not what is required. It is about contacts and a whole lot of other stuff that I'm not going to get into, because I'll just get myself fucking pissed off. And I'm in a good mood today. But back to the Classic Grand. Beautiful venue, man. Very old. I like it. Right, I like it. It's got history. It's not all sparkly clean and modern. There's history to it, and I like it. It's a live performance space. It's a room that's designed for performance. The staff are incredible as always, man. Shout out to Gary who runs it, but his staff, man, his team that he's got there, they're just brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Well looked after as always. Couldn't have been any nicer. And when I compare it to the venue that I'd been in last March, I was concerned about moving, but everything was just taken away by just how well you were treated and how well you were looked after. So again, thank you to everybody who came out on Saturday. You helped me, and I hope that you had a good night. I hope you enjoyed it. We did a tight 2 hours, and if I'm honest, if we had the time, we could have done another hour, but they had to get a Greek fucking dance troupe in, or whoever the fuck was coming in after us. But thank you very much to everyone who came, and yes, stay tuned, man. I am currently working at the moment on building tour dates and putting together a nice tour for 2021, which is odd considering that, first of all, I'm still on tour at the moment with the current show, White Noise, and it's strange to think that you're putting dates in the diary for a year down the line when you know, and everything's not really in shape. I suppose there's something quite exciting about that as well. So yeah, thank you to everybody who came out, and the best way to obviously stay in touch with these things and keep an eye on what's happening is the mailing list and the website, following the social medias, and yes, sorry, I'm just reading a fucking message there. I don't know why I do that. They talk about fucking men and women. Honest to God, a man's mind is brittle. I'm mid-conversation with her and a message comes in, and I think that I can read a message on my phone and talk at the same time, and I can't. My fucking whole mind just completely shuts down. So I apologise. The phone's going off. Get it to fuck. You're back. You've got my full attention. So fuck every cunt. But yes, thank you to everyone who came out on Saturday. Good night. We'll get this bastard into shape, and we'll get it to the fucking Fringe, and then we'll get it on the road. So get on the website, sign up to the mailing list, get on the socials, all that fucking shite, and check out the dates that are coming up. Now, if you've got anybody who's never seen me before, right, any friends or family who've never seen me, fucking send them my way, man, right? Send them my way. Let's fucking sell some tickets on this bastard on tour. Next month, April, we've got 3 tour dates. April 4th, Bothwell Cricket Club. Well, it's actually Uddingston Cricket Club. So it's Uddingston Cricket and Sports Club. That's going to be a great night, man. I do a night every year in Bothwell, the Scarecrow Festival, and that sells out every single year, man. Now, the Uddingston Cricket Club, it's only 100 seats. In fact, I think it might only be 90 seats that I can squeeze in it. It's a beautiful wee room. So tickets for that are shifting, man. So if you know anybody in Uddingston or run about that area, or you come to the Scarecrow Festival and you want to see your old dad do a full night rather than MCing, get on the website and get your tickets. April 4th for that. April 5th, back at Killarn Village Hall. I went there on an off chance 2 years ago, and one of the best nights ever. Again, there's a real connection, certainly when I go back to, like, just a beautiful room and beautiful staff. Just see people to look after you. You'll never meet a nicer bunch of people than the lovely women who run the Killarn Village Hall. So we're in April 4th, Uddingston Cricket Club, April 5th, Killarn Village Hall, and then April 9th, we're going over the water to Theatre at the Mill, Newtown Abbey. Not to be confused with Downton Abbey, in Northern Ireland. So get to the website, scottgibsoncomic.co.uk. All the ticket links are up there for the rest of the tour dates that are coming up for White Noise. But yes, April, we are at Bothwell, stroke Uddingston on the 4th. April 5th, Killarn. April 9th, Newtown Abbey in Northern Ireland. And then after that, we go to Livingston, Edinburgh, back to Belfast, Dunoon, and also down to Cambridge. So get on the website, get your tickets, and I'll see you on the fucking battlefield. Now let's batter in with this fucking episode. Obviously, since we last spoke, a lot has happened. I have been to my spiritual home, Amsterdam. I have returned, and the world is in meltdown with the La Caronia, coronavirus, corona, COVID-19, Chinese death flu. Italy shut down. China's shut down. Is China back open yet? What's happening with China? I saw quite an interesting picture, actually. I don't know if it was Wuhan or if it was Beijing. It was fucking one of the places anyway. It showed you a heat map of the pollution. I think 2 days before there was quarantine in place, and then 2 weeks into the quarantine. And obviously the reduction in pollution was, let's just say, quite fucking dramatic. Which would lead one to believe that maybe the biggest polluters on Earth are actually humans, eh? Fucking who knew? Now here's the thing with the coronavirus, right? It's killing a lot of pensioners, okay? It's killing a lot of old people, it's killing a lot of frail people. It's basically killing the people who the Nazis would have got rid of first, right? I'm going to say that there. Now, I imagine the rise of the climate change activists. Nobody's going to fucking dispute or argue that climate change is not real. You know, koala bears are burning, English villages are drowning, right? We can see that. We were promised barbecues in March, and we've got hailstones the size of golf balls, okay? The climate change hasn't lived up to what it was believed to be, but it's real and it's bad, okay? And nobody's going to dispute that. But, and here's the but, if you have people like Greta Thunberg, now I'm just saying her because, and I have nothing against the lassie, you know, nothing against her at all. I think she's just become the face, you know. She's the front puppet for the fucking the dark web of lefty climate change puppet mastery, right? If the only problem I've got with Greta Thunberg, right, is first of all she freaks me out. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but she freaks me out. Okay, I imagine she's killed, and I imagine she will kill again. If this is the face of climate activism, right, and you are going up against, let's say, Trump, who is the face of the alt-right, you know, if you want to call it that, people who believe it's no climate change isn't the real, you know, and we should barbecue every day. Now this is a man who would eat his own children. He would murder thousands, millions to get to where he wants to be. He would burn the bodies of kittens, bags of kittens. He would bus in kittens, truckloads of kittens, dead and live. The ones that were live, he'd kill with a hammer, live on TV, and then burn them. And our hero to this evil is a 16-year-old autistic child. What hope has the world got? Now, Chinese have stepped in, and the West has said to China, listen, you're gonna have to stop making. You're gonna need to shut down the factories, right? Apple factory, it's got to go. But we put the nets up to stop fucking. Listen, look, you've got to stop, right? You need to stop making fucking knockoff cars, knockoff handbags, all the knockoff stuff. It stops, right? But cunts love knockoff stuff. Listen, doesn't matter. There's too much gas and fumes getting into the atmosphere. Fucking turtles are snorting fucking straws in the sea. You know, the world's gone mad. So listen, you need to shut it down. And the Chinese are like, look, we can't shut it down. We're the world's biggest economy, or the second biggest, right? We're up there. We're growing. You can't stop us, right? For years, we've watched the West, fucking industrial revolution, sitting in like kings in castles. You know, you've got your Netflix and your Deliveroo's, and your drones, and your fucking robot hoovers, right? And we're out here eating fucking baggy minis in an old Manchester United shirt, donated to living in huts and fucking patio fields. No more. China's like, get the fuck, mate. We're covering fucking Amazon Prime, right? And WhatsApp, maybe no WhatsApp, you know, heavily controlled by the government, but we're fucking, hey, look at us now. 2 veins, and fucking all sorts of madness, And the West is going, look, you just need to stop. Meet us halfway, right? Too much pollution. And China's had a meeting. You know, and China said, look guys, we're not going to stop making stuff, right? We know that, okay? These fucking nutters are going to keep buying shite stuff on Amazon. We're going to keep making the shite stuff, right? That's how the world goes by. But we've got to do something in order to keep them off our backs. What we got to do? And somebody's went, like, we could make we could maybe make a disease or something. Going, right, fucking John, I like your thinking here. We talk about a flu, right? What kind of flu? A flu that kills old people. I'm on board. I'm on board. No flu that kills children, babies. No, old, frail pensioners. Deed. Do you know how many objections would have been to that suggestion in the office? None. Not one. Not one person's putting his horn up going, lads, maybe we need to consider another group of people. No, the old cunts. People in their 70s, 80s, rich, old fuckers on cruise ships, trapped. And obviously, hysteria has ensued. And for some reason, people are panic buying toilet rolls. I have had a cold, I've had a flu. I'm even going to go on a limb. I've had the flu many a time in my 35-year existence. Never once during said flu have I repeatedly shat myself. What is the hysteria over fucking panic buying toilet roll? Is this just that coronaviruses came out, some cunt happened to be like in a Tesco with a heavy case of the fucking runs, the diarrhea, hi ho hey, and he's grabbed as much toilet roll as he can carry in a sweaty panic and ran out, and somebody's went, oh, that's because of the virus. That's because the cunt's got the virus. And then they've picked up the toilet roll. And then another person's picked up the toilet roll. And then in 10 minutes, there's no toilet roll left. And somebody's coming to get bog roll going, how's there no toilet roll? Some cunt was in here all sweaty and fucking panicking, man. It's because he's got that virus in it. There's no bog roll left. Then it gets on the news. Right? Then it's on the news, empty shelves. People fighting over toilet roll. Arseholes sitting at home going, how many rolls have we got in the house hen? 9. That's not enough. What if we're quarantined? What if we're quarantined hen? 9 rolls isn't enough. How many arses are in this house? 5. 9 rolls and 5 arses. That's not even 2 rolls a piece. That's not even 2 rolls per arse hen. If we were quarantined tomorrow, we'd need 600 rolls. 600 rolls to see us through a fortnight. So cunts panic. And then you all fucking go to Costco. Or supermarkets and you fucking ransack it. Why are we stockpiling? Do you know people need, there's a large part of the world that doesn't have toilet roll. And it's not because there's a shortage, it's because they use their hand. So they fucking get their hand like a trowel and they scrape the shit from their arsehole and then they wash their hand. Maybe instead of panic buying toilet roll, we should be panic buying fucking super noodles, lager, perishable goods as they are known, tins. People are just fucking mental. Did you see that? You must have seen the video of the two women fight. Now, the first thing again is I would like see once this year 2020 of the kind of mild apocalypse where there's food shortages and we're all going to get quarantined and a couple of million people are going to die. Right? We maybe have a slight rebalance of the earth, right? I want us to get back to a bit of truth and a bit of honesty in day-to-day life, especially for the media. So, for example, when it came on Channel 4 News going, 2 women broke out into a fight in a supermarket, can I just say that the video that was then showed, that's not a fight. If you're classing that as a fight, if that's what you're classing as a fight, right, and you put that on pay-per-view for 30 quid, you would have a record number of complaints. It's basically two, and let's just say what it is, it's 2 big women, right? It's 2 units. It's 2 fat women. Then that fat woman fight when they rut like stags. When like 2, is it walrus? When 2 big fat walrus kind of rise up and then they kind of smash blubber off each other. It's like that. Fat women seem to fight in a certain way where they put their hands together and then kind of raise them up and almost push their chest against each other. And I kind of, if you imagine, see the inflatable men you get like in American sitcoms, like the car sales things, right, that fly about with that. Imagine 2 of them face to face, but massive, right? 2 big fat inflatable car salesmen face to face in very tight clothing. That was the video, and they're fighting over toilet roll. The world has gone fucking mad. Look, I don't think that. Obviously, if you know anybody who has died from the virus, then I imagine it's a terrible thing. But let's just put it out there, right? 5 people have died in the UK. Okay, 5 people. There's more people will have died today, right now, from the most stupidest of accidents. More people will get knocked down by cars. More people will have been fucking shot. More people will have died rescuing a piece of toast from the toaster with a fucking knife as it's still live in the wall and blowing across the living room. More people will have died from the stupidest of injuries than have died from coronavirus at this point. Now, if in the next couple of months it gets completely out of hand and fucking 2.5 billion people have died, then, you know, I'll apologise. Will I apologise? No, because it's not me. It's not my fucking fault, right? I didn't start it or spread it, right? I'm not coughing and cunts. And let me just say this as well. See if you are outside and somebody coughs at you. Not like ironically or not like, you know, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that. If somebody actually like coughs in your direction as if to say, oh, I'm going to spread the disease, fucking punch the cunt in the throat. That is how you deal with people, right? What this virus is doing is it's highlighting the vulnerability of humanity. Okay? But do you know who thrives in vulnerability? Do you know who thrives in fear? Cunts. Right? Cunts. And they are millions of them out there. Millions of them. They say the only thing that would survive a nuclear holocaust is a cockroach. A cunt is the human equivalent of a cockroach. Right? And the only way to really deal with a cockroach is to sever the head from the torso and then smash it with an Argos catalogue. Now, I'm not suggesting for a minute that you carry an Argos catalogue with you, but what I am saying is we need to start self-policing, okay? So if you're out in the shops, if you're out and about doing your thing, and, you know, a cunt coughs in your face to try and be funny or intimidate you, punch him in the throat. Don't talk to him, don't engage with him, because that's what they want. That's what they want. But they will not be expecting you to fucking put your hand into a fist and fucking jab him in the throat, because that'll send the message. That will send the message that any words would have done in a far more powerful way. You know? I'm worried about if we do get quarantined, because, and I'm just going to be honest with you, for a pure selfish reason, what if fucking they cancel gigs? Huh? How's fucking Papa Bear going to earn his money? Fucking hell. I was saying to the missus last week, I was like, I could do a fortnight easy being quarantined. I tell you another thing, right, and I know that I'm going off in tangents here and I'm fucking all over the place, but see, moving into this house is the most stressful move I've ever done in my life. In all the places I've lived, all the flats, apartments, houses I've been in, this has been the most stressful move. I don't think, first of all, I never realised how much shite we have got. We have got as, if you came into this house now, you would think a Romanian family lived here. 60 of them. You could look around my house, right, and if I went, how many people in your drink live in this house? You'd be like, 45 people. I have never seen so much shit in my fucking life as what we have moved into this house. And we are in here now 2 weeks? Week and a bit? 2 weeks. And I am still unboxing stuff. Still 2 weeks in, unboxing. I can't even find places to put half the fucking shit. And you're just looking at going like, where the fuck did this come from? We all need to, if anything that's going on in the world, right, with the fucking liquor on you, and even this movie, I'm going, we have got too much shit, man. We just get too much shit. And I know that it's not as easy as going, just thin everything down and just hold it in your hands and say, does this bring me joy? Does this bring me happiness? It's a pillowcase saying, I know, but does that pillowcase bring you joy? What the fuck are you talking about? Because the problem with that is that nothing is built to last anymore. That's why we get so much shit. Right? Nothing's built to last. I am sitting here recording this just now. I have my Apple iMac 27-inch in front of me. I've had it for a couple of years now, and it's fucked. It's fucked. It's going as slow as a week in the jail. Sometimes in the morning I'll come in, I'll open a programme, I'll go and make a cup of tea, I'll have that cup of tea, a bit of toast, I'll sit, I'll watch the news for an hour, I'll come back in, it's still no fucking opened. The thing is a bag of shit. At the time I paid, what, 1,600 quid for it? I used to always joke that my gran had a fridge that she had, I think she got it after she was married or after they moved into that house anyway. And the fridge was maybe, what, 20 odd year old? Nearly 30 year old? Fridge worked perfectly fine. Not a fucking thing wrong with this fridge. Not a thing. And that has lived through the era of fridges where you were terrified to leave your fridge in case it would fucking assassinate you in the middle of the night. You know? We've just been, like I said, been to Amsterdam and back, and I says to the missus, is everything turned off? What about the fridge? She went, don't be stupid. The fridge is fine. I can remember not long ago. Even the 90s. You know, as little ago as the 90s. People were terrified to leave a fridge. You couldn't even nip out to the, you'd say to your wife, I'm just going to nip down the shops here and get a paper and a couple of cans. A mere 10-minute walk. You come back, bang! Fucking house is going up. You know, and you're thinking, is this an arson attack from my old gangland days? No, your fucking fridge just went, I've had enough of this. Told the cunt, if you put one more tub of hummus in me, fucking we're off. And your fridges went bang, take the whole gable end of your house down, murdered your family. But that fridge, still working. When they sold the house, they were fucking dead and gone. The two of them, her and my grandpa, dead and gone. Fucking in the ground, buried for years. And that fridge was still fucking working. She had a black and white television. It was in the kitchen. Right? It was known as the kitchen television because it lived in the kitchen. That fucking thing picked up. Remember when Channel 5 turned on? It fucking picked up Channel 5. Yeah, picked up Channel 5. See, when it went to digital, thing still got a picture. You know? It's not even broadcasting analog. Analog doesn't even exist. Analog isn't even being broadcast. And that telly's like, get the fuck you cunt. I'll fucking digital my ass. Bish bash bosh. There you go, black and white you cunt. Match of the day. Telly still worked. Nowadays, nothing. Computers, thousands of pounds on this fucking Steve Jobs fucking death camp Mac. And it's dying on me. And it's designed that way. It's designed to fucking die. It's designed to slow down, so I've got to buy another one. Light bulbs. The cunts take fucking half an hour to come on. They don't even last as long. I've never, in the last 5 years, I've never replaced light bulbs as much in my fucking life. I'm sure you go into a pensioner's house. They've probably got light bulbs that came with the fucking gaff. They've probably got light bulbs in there for like the 60s. Still going strong. You know? Yes, they're pulling 300 watt. It costs you $5,000 a month to run the house, the amount of electricity it pulls through. But the fucking light bulbs are still going. And now I can't even have a computer for 4 years before the fucking cunt starts shutting down me. So maybe that's how the world's in the fucking state it's in. You know, maybe if we all just agreed to go back to making stuff that lasts a bit longer. Maybe we don't need to make as much stuff, you know? I don't know, man. But hey, the whole virus thing, it's worrying because I think people are very quick to forget. And I think that you need to remind yourself, and I'm not going to go on about Scottish independence here, but you need to remind yourself of how the media treated you during the independence referendum, right? And start to think about how it's treated you recently with the Boris Johnson election, with the way that it went after Corbyn, right? Think about how the media has treated you in the last couple of years. Think about how it puts across a message. Think about how it's packaged, right? Because they want you to be afraid. Because if you're afraid, you spend money, right? If you're in fear, you spend money, okay? And that is what they want. They want you buying fucking 900 euros. They want you buying... Who? I have never in my fucking life... See, unless I'm going to a hospital, right, to visit somebody. That is the only time in my life I have ever used hand sanitizer. Ever. Is in a fucking hospital. Because it's got a sign up outside going, please make sure your hands are clean. And you squat that fucking bit of cold cum into your hands... and you rub it, right, and your hands are dripping wet, and you're going, oh, this will never dry, and then all of a sudden they're dry, and you go, where's that gone? It's soaked into my skin. Oh, they control me. That's how they control your mind. I have never used hand sanitizer outside of a fucking hospital, but yet cunts are going mad for hand. Something came up my phone the other day for Sky News, and sometimes you'll see headlines flash out, and maybe I'll read it, maybe I'll know, right? That's fucking how I roll. That's how I roll. In this news article, I thought, can it be right? It said, should we start making hand sanitizer at home? Fuck off! What is this obsession suddenly with hand sanitizer? It used to be a thing junkies would get to get a buzz off it. And new cunts are out sanitising their hands every fucking 10 seconds. Honest to God, it's amazing how stupid and how gullible people are. It's amazing. It really is. So if you are one of these people who has been out panic buying Bogro, who's been out panic buying hand sanitizer, who is bleaching down your house, bleaching your veins, sending them to school with a fucking sanitizer sandwich, you know, scouring Amazon to try and get face masks, I hope you get coronavirus. I hope you get coronavirus. And I hope it fucking hurts. This whole self-quarantine thing as well, man. I saw a post about people who had been sanctioned from the job centre for the benefits because they see, junkies, right? I will argue until the day I die. You will never find a more creative, business savvy mind than a junkie. There is something about stripping your life down to the most basic of needs and wants, which is usually heroin, that allows you to become incredibly creative in how you feed your habit, function, live, operate. So that I saw a post where a lot of these fucking junkies had missed their appointments, obviously, right, at the job centre, so they would get the benefits cut, right? They've been sanctioned, which means that they're on like a ban, so they don't get money for a couple of weeks. And they were claiming that they'd been self-isolating, so they didn't want to spread the virus about, and that's how, you know, they couldn't make it along to their appointment. And the horrible thing is that could be the case. I mean, I don't know why anybody's self-isolating. Well, people are self-isolating just now at this point. If you have returned from Italy recently, right, you have to go into self-isolation, quarantine for 2 weeks on your return from Italy. So if that is the group of people who we are asking to self-isolate, that isn't junkies, right? That isn't junkies. Now, I know there'll be people who, when they see things like that, they go, well, that could be the case. I mean, what if these people are, you know, quarantining themselves for the greater good, and then they've been sanctioned so they don't get their £47.50 for the week? Let me tell you this. Junkies aren't going to Milan for a city break, okay? It just isn't happening, alright? What's happened is, a wee junkie's been sitting at home, and he saw on the news that people are self-quarantining, and he's went, damn, I'm not going into the meeting tomorrow. Don't be stupid, David, they'll fucking sanction you. No, mate, listen. I'm going to tell them I'm self-quarantining. Oh, mate. Mate, that's fucking genius. That's fucking genius, mate. People need to understand that they will find any way around it. But if you are going to self-quarantine, as long as you've got Wi-Fi, you'll be fine. Maybe that's what the world needs. Maybe this is going to be the new thing. You know, it's like the purge, right? But instead of going out fucking stabbing and looting and shagging animals, you'll be at home for a month. You know? January, right? January is usually the shittest year of the month, okay? Or February, right? It's the shortest if you want to do it that way, right? How about January, after Christmas, it's a countdown to February the 1st, right? And then on the 1st of February, the world is quarantined until the 1st of March. So for the month of February, we all stay in the house, right? Or designated quarantine zones. Okay, so if you got a bit of money, you could go to like a quarantine holiday, right? Where you go somewhere for a month, right? And if you can't afford that, you stay in the house and you catch up Netflix, right? Maybe you write that novel you've always been wanting to do, okay? And you sit at home and you've got your fucking 2,000 toilet rolls and you get delivery by drone up to your house and everything's fine. And then maybe that month allows the planet to maybe balance out again, right? You know, pollution go down, the grass starts to grow back. That could also be the fucking the winter break for football, right? Realign the season. We're solving all the problems here. You look at the reduction in pollution, let's say, that happened in Beijing in 2 weeks. Imagine if the world, every country in the world, quarantined for a month. Think of the impact. I mean, surely that's going to be good. And here's the thing, right? We get tough on it. Every town, every city has a death squad, right? 50 people in a death squad. And I don't mean vigilantes, I mean government funded death squad, right? Ex-paramilitaries, okay? And their job is to just walk the streets during the quarantine. And if they see anybody, they kill them. Dead. Right? And we get tough on it. We say February, it's quarantine month, and if you're caught outside, you'll get shot in the head. Game over. And we allow the earth to rebalance, and we get rid of some dafties in the process. I think we could be onto something here. I think the coronavirus could be the start of something here. I think we're going to shave 5% off the top, you know, and then maybe gives a wee chance to kind of rebalance things. I don't know. Is anybody generally worried about it? Because from what I can understand, it's not like SARS or Ebola, right? Where like you're basically a boil in the bag chicken. You know, like Ebola was fucking horrific, man. I think people forget that. People don't forget it. It was because it was in Africa. And let's be honest, the world's racist. You don't give a fuck about poor black people, right? That's why nobody give a fuck about Ebola. Let's not pretend in here. If that happened in America and there was cunts in New York bleeding for the eyes and fucking boiling for the inside out, we'd all be worried about Ebola. Because it was poor black Africans, nobody gave a fuck about it. This is the other thing why coronavirus is new front page news, because it's in Milan, you know? When it was in China, none of you gave a fuck. Eh? You're like, oh, there's fucking billions of them. There's fucking billions of the Chinese. Fuck them. It's probably good to lose some. Fuck them. Eh? And now suddenly because the Wilsons for fucking Tunbridge Wells or whatever the fuck it is are stuck on their shitty cruise for 5 days past it, you know? On BBC News going, we've just, you know, I mean, we're very lucky that we've actually got a balcony, we've got a sea view suite, we've actually got a suite, you know, some people just have a room, but we actually have a suite, you know, so we have a living area, a small kitchenette in the bedroom and a balcony. I don't know if I mentioned I have a balcony, so we're actually able to go outside and get a bit of fresh air. But you know, some people are just trapped in a room with no balcony, and obviously they're the poor people. But you know, we're quite rich, and we can afford this because we're retired and lived through the 80s and bought a lot of property, made some money off that. You know, bought a council house for $5,000, sold it for 1.5 million. You know, so we made our money, and now we're on this cruise. And I just think it's absolutely terrible because we've been at sea for 2 weeks now. You know, and it's just terrible. We're just stuck in this room. It's shocking. You're like, fucking die. Maybe that's what the world needs. Clear it, reset, start again. Who knows? Are you worried about the coronavirus? Are you nervous? Get in touch. Hey, get in touch with us here at the show. Get on the socials. Facebook, Scott Gibson Comedy. Twitter and Instagram at Big Scott Gibson. Website, scottgibsoncomedy.co.uk. Send me your questions. Send me your topics. This could be the last fucking podcast before. Maybe this is the future. Maybe everybody just needs to start a podcast. Maybe that's what the future is. I'm looking at the tour manager here. He's not talking to me. Maybe that's what the future is. Right? Every fucker on the planet is quarantined. You're stuck in your house. And we all podcast. Daily. Daily updates from beyond the wall. Oh, the world's fucked. Buy tickets to the tour. One thing that has to be spoken about is a show that I have had, as my phone just collapsed. I have had the phone, fucking hell. It's one of these shows where you watch it, and this seems to be happening a lot more often, where you watch it, and within the first, halfway through the first episode, I would give it that much grace. That you're thinking to yourself, this is the biggest pile of fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. And it angers you that you're watching it. It angers me because I know of so many talented writers, performers, who, given the opportunity, could make incredible television, tell incredible stories, and some of the shit that makes it out there. Now, I get it that there are a large percentage of the population who are fucking morons. I get that. And morons need shit television. I also get there are a vast percentage, in the 90s, possibly, of people who hate their fucking life, hate their fucking job, hate their fucking partner, hate their family, hate their house, hate their existence, and so want to come home, turn on a show which requires zero participation from the viewer and watch it. It's more of a distraction rather than a show. It's more of a way for them to be able to sit in silence and not have to speak to their family or their partner or their loved ones. Even though they're not watching, even though it's a fucking pile of shite, and they admit it's a pile of shite, it gives them the opportunity to sit quietly and no interact with their family. And a show which I was forced to watch recently, again, forced is strong, because my missus agreed it's a pile of shite as well, but it's so shit, and it makes me so angry that I feel as if I had to watch it to the end. After the first episode, I was like, this is fucking garbage. But now I need to watch it, because I need to know what happens to these fucking idiots. In the hope that they all die at the end. That was my goal. But sadly, that never happened. And the show's on Netflix. It's called Love is Blind. Now, I will say this about it. Can I advise you to watch it? No, I can't. I cannot go as far to say you should watch this, because it's not. Listen, if you're struggling with showing anger, if you're struggling with removing that emotion from you, then fucking watch this show, because it will make you angry. Now, here is how I would make Love is Blind, right? Now, the premise of the show is basically there's a whole load of singles, right? Single people, men and women, and they're there to find love, okay? And basically what's going to happen is you're in what they call pods, I believe is what they're calling them. which is, it's not a pod, right? It's like it looks like a waiting room at a private hospital, if you've ever been to a private hospital, right? So they're inside these rooms, and there is a wall separating them. One man, one woman. And they sit either side, and they basically talk shite. Now, I should also say that they're American. They're all American. So you cannot possibly begin to imagine the level of narcissistic shit that these cunts are able to talk constantly. One thing that I do find incredibly impressive about all of the people on the show is that every single one of them is able to speak for a very, very long time without actually saying a fucking thing. Right? Now, you might not understand that, but just, you know what, watch it. Just watch it, because each of them will go into long fucking monologues about life and about love and about themselves and their career and the universe and the world and God bless America. And they'll go into these huge fucking long conversations. And then when it ends, you'll go, they never actually said it. They never said it. They just talk shite. So, one cunt's on one side, one cunt's on the other side. And the point of the experiment is that love is blind, and just through conversation and talking fucking shite to each other, we can find love, and love is blind, and we will prove that. And what happens is, over the course of however long it is that a week, 2 weeks, fuck knows, they basically find somebody that they think they're in love with, right? And then they propose to them. And if the person says yes, and they get proposed to, then they move on to the next stage of the competition. And if no cunt wants to marry you, you're fucking out in your ass, right? But what they fuckers don't realise, the ones that get punted out at the first step, they're actually the winner. They're actually the winners in this. Because they get to go back to normal life, right? And hope that time forgets that they were even on that fucking thing. Because the rest of these poor bastards that are trapped in this, not only will none of them find happiness, none of them deserve happiness. So then it moves through, right? Next stage is they're on this kind of long walkway, which has this feel of how a lot of American shows have got it, where it's like this bachelor shit, like it's a standard fucking set that they put together. It's just tacky as fuck looking. Two big doors open up like a fucking Thunderbird cave, right? And it's the first time that the guy and the woman get to see each other, okay? And then right there and then is where it should end, because that is where it tells you love is not blind. Because see when the fucking shutters go up and the guy looks across and he sees long blonde hair and a big pair of fake bangers, he's like, do you know what, love is blind. Love is blind, hen, because I hadn't seen this lassie, and I didn't know that she was, you know, a size 6 with big fake tits and long blonde hair. I didn't know that. And I fell in love with her, you know, for our fucking shite chat and our absolute void, vapid conversation. So love is blind. But then on the other hand, when the door opens up and it's a fucking bug-eyed munter standing there and the lassie's going, what the fuck have I picked? Love is not blind. Okay? I say that for you. The next step is they live together, they start fighting. They have to introduce it to their families, and if the families are normal, sensible people, they're like, where have we failed you as parents? Where have we failed you? Why did you not come and speak to us and say you were struggling before you went on a reality TV show and have landed yourself with some trailer trash fucking hooker? Why did you not tell us? Now, there's a couple of couples in it who are mental. There is, what is the lassie's name? I mean, I can't, here's the thing, I'm so angry that I can't even remember the fucking names, right? So we're going to have to Google, Love is Blind cast. I mean, the fact that it's called a cast is, okay, and the cast is listed as the two hosts. So it doesn't even put the fucking cunts on it, right? Couples. Love is Blind couples. What are their fucking names? This is how shit the show is. That there isn't even a fucking like a list of who the couples are or the cast online, because nobody actually gives a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Right, what is the cunt's name? Fucking bug-eyed bastard. Hold on, I'll find the cunt. Here we go. Mark and Jessica. Right, now, these are the couples that interested me the most, because Mark, and I saw an article that said, why are there no ugly people on Love is Blind? That obviously came from a blind person who was unable to see some of the absolute fucking human waste that was on this show. Mark is the bug-eyed cunt, 24, looks like he's 44, looks like he's killed. I'm just going to say it, it looks like he's killed somebody, okay? It looks like he's killed. His mother has clearly fled some kind of cocaine plantation from somewhere down south. His family have got skeletons in the closet. When they go to meet his family, his dad doesn't speak. His father does not talk. He doesn't utter a word. His dad sits there, eats his dinner, and he just looks down the table as if to say, I have gunned down children. The fucking cunt doesn't talk. And nobody then thinks to reference that. Even when these two, Mark and the fucking old drunk, are let back later on, nobody goes, listen, can I just ask something? Your father doesn't speak. Has he murdered children back in Venezuela? Nobody fucking talks about this. Mark and Jessica are the worst. He's one of these cunts where he's 24, but because he's American and he's 24, he acts as if he's 72, right? So he talks about the world as if he knows everything and he knows what's going on. He's a fucking dick, right? He's a bug-eyed, Jim Bunny, fucking private, what they called, fucking personal trainer, right? A dick. Now, he's teamed up with some old bird, right, who, again, is 34, 10 years he's older, but she's 34, going on 44, because, ladies, see if you are in your 30s and you're fucking drunk every single night, it's going to affect you, right? And you're going to look like an old bat. And this bird, and again, it's one of these women, right? Now, not all women are incredible. Sisters, I love you. But there are women out there who are, let's say, a 7 out of 10, right? On the look scale, they're a 7 out of 10. But they act like a 10 out of 10 on the cunt scale, right? Now, we know these women. Some of you may even be married to one of these women, okay? Some of you listening might even be this woman, right? But because you're a 7 out of 10 in the looks, you get away with far more shit than somebody who is less better looking than you. And that is Jessica, right? She's an old blonde, decent looking, good enough body, right? But horrible, horrific personality. And when she gets her drink in her, she is a vicious cow. Now, here's the caveat. She's always got a drink in her, right? So that's what you're dealing with. Now, if there was a lassie who was a bit of a munter, you know, and acted like a 10 out of 10 cunt, she would be cast aside. But there are guys out there who will put up with a lot of shit because you're fucking no bad looking. And what's happened is, he's wanted this bird, she wanted some other guy, the other guy pied her, and then she ran back to this guy and went, well, you still have me, you bug-eyed cunt. And he's like, fucking yeah, baby doll. And now they're together in the show, and she just seemed to drink for the duration of it. The worst bit is it goes through, it meets the family, there is another couple, what are these fucking cunts' names? Lauren and Cameron. Cameron, again, looks as if he has a suit made of human skin. I do not know where they find these creepy Now, if you take it as, I suppose a lot of these guys you would describe as like vanilla, right? Quite bland, quite boring. Cameron's obviously an educated man. I believe he was a scientist, although what science, I have no idea. But seems like an intelligent man. And when you look at him, you kind of think it's just a kind of, a kind of boring guy. But the more you look at him, and the more you look into these people's eyes, you think they've killed. Every one of them has killed. Now, what I found interesting about this couple is that Cameron is a boring white man, and Lauren is a very attractive black lady. Now, in my naivety of race, because I don't see colour, I don't have I wouldn't consider myself racist in any way. I don't have a problem with anyone of colour. I have black friends. Check me out, aren't I cool? But I don't know if it's a Scottish thing. I think our mentality is, if you're, don't be a cunt, and that's it. So we really don't care who you are, what your background is. As long as you're a decent person, you're fine. But I never actually thought, and this is the honest truth, and how stupid I may be, I never actually thought that there will be real racism from a coloured family. And obviously that is stupid. Obviously that is the case. Because when he goes to... There's a big thing about her having to tell her family that he's white. You know, he's like, oh my God, he's a white man. And this whole thing about having to tell her dad. Because her dad's an old racist, you know. So she's having to tell him that she's fucking porking a white boy. Eh? And the dad's interrogating him, and the dad's getting it big licks like, have you ever been in a room full of black people? And then fucking the old camera's like, mate, I've been shagging blackbirds since fucking 2010 all day. They're another one, which is weird. And they're one of the only ones that get married. At the end of it, it all builds up to this wedding, right? So... I don't know where they are. I don't know if it's Mexico, but they're basically in this pod. Then they're in a kind of fancy hotel. Then they go back to Atlanta, right, which is where they're all kind of from. And then they live together in these apartments that they put them in. Then they meet the family. Then they plan the wedding. And at the end of the series is the wedding day. And they get up there, and then neither they say, do you know what, you fucking cunt? Love is blind, and I'm going to marry you. As soon as that door opened and I saw those big fake tits, I thought, yes, please, I fucking want to watch Love is Blind. And either they get married or they go, get yourself to fuck. And there's no wedding, right? Now, amazingly, a couple of them actually got married. Laura and Cameron got married. And I think that's it. Did anybody else get married? They never get married. Damien and Gianni. How do you say this fucking... I mean, they call her G, obviously. Giannina. Giannina. They never get married. She was another fucking rocket. He's an ugly boy, right? Now, I'm no sitting here trying to claim that I am, and I know I'm not an oil painting, right? I know that, but I can still say with confidence that his name's Damien Powers for a start. He's an ugly boy, right? He's an ugly boy, and she is a fucking rocketeer. Kelly and Kenny never get married. Another nutter. Barnett and Amber. Now these two are the perfect example of everything that's wrong with the human race and why the Chinese are trying to kill us. The guy Barnett, for a start, the fact that he calls himself Barnett is offensive to me, but he somehow got a hold of Amber, who was the biggest rocket out of the lot of them. Now, it transpires that, you know, she's trailer park is what I suppose what you call it, right? Goes home, it's like, you ain't gonna believe this, mama. I got myself a man. He's got a house and a job, and we're gonna be looked after, and he's gonna take care of me and the kids. Now, there's a bit in it where they're in an apartment and they're talking about, you know, what it is that they do and kind of what they're going to be doing during the day, and I'll see you the night at work, and he's like, do you what? She's like, I've not got a job. And he's like, what? And then it transpires that not only has she not got a job, she's got fucking thousands of pounds worth of debt. Apparently she's got a credit card that she puts makeup on. What? Student loan. I mean, his wee face when it's... because he's a middle class boy, you know, his family have obviously got a bit of money, and he's the runt of the litter, so he's the baby, he's been well looked after, and he's never had to think or work in his life, you know, and now he's been fucking hoodwinked by the trailer trash. This is the oldest fucking Disney story there is, you know. Decent looking young lassie for the fucking wrong side of the tracks can either work her way out of poverty or put a dress on, push the fucking bangers up, and hit the high-end bars in the fancy bit of town in the hope that you fucking strike it lucky and somebody pays for you for the rest of your life. And that's what she's done. And am I the person to say boo you? No, because you know what? Go fucking get yours, hen, right? Go get yours. You found yourself a fucking attractive moron whose family have money. You've hit a home run, right? Why not? And these two, they deserve each other. They really do, because he is a fucking moron and she is the devil. And they, honest to God, when you see the two of them together, man, it's just, it's a show. You just have to see it, because you're watching it. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. That's what it's like. It's like watching these videos on Facebook or Instagram when it comes up saying like world's worst car crashes. So you know what's going to happen. You know it's going to be horrific, right? And you're just watching it going, oh, it's coming up. Oh, it's coming up. And when you see their interaction as a couple, the way that she acts, the way she laughs, man, she laughs like a serial killer, right? She laughs like a serial killer, and he's just a stupid boy. He's just giggling away going, fucking hell, man, she's licking my arsehole and putting fingers in my bum. This is fucking amazing. I've never had a woman like this in my life. All the time knowing that in a couple of years, she is going to fucking stab you in the neck. That's the way this is going to end. This is going to end with a Netflix documentary as his body is found dismembered. That's how it's going to end. What other couples were there? Mark and Jessica. That's Bug Eyes and fucking in the drunk. Carlton and Diamond. Oh, this is the one. It's bisexual. This was an odd one as well. Carlton and Diamond. Basically, they got together, and she was rough looking, man. She was rough. I don't know if, I think maybe Carlton's gay, if I'm honest. I think that he's maybe just clinging on to this bisexual thing, because maybe he wanted to get in the show, because, you know, Love is Blind, and it's hundreds of guys pumping. You know, maybe that's not going to Netflix. Know what I mean? You're going to have to subscribe for that kind of content. Know what I mean? But I think from the way Carlton holds himself, shall we say, I think Carlton likes the D, and there's nothing wrong with that, Carlton. Nothing wrong with it, mate. And again, what would lead me to believe that Carlton likes men is the fact that after he saw Diamond, he stuck with her. Because maybe he thought, hey, if I put a strap on that, it's basically like shagging my mother, because she was a rough bird. A diamond in the rough, so to speak. But they came out the house, and then he's like, listen, just so you know, see in the past, I used to get my shit pushed in, and she's like, you ain't fucking no fucking negative shit, my man. And then it was a bit of inaudible screaming, and yeah, that was it. It was over. And then somehow at the reunion show, because they had a reunion show, why? I don't know. Stretch another episode out yet. He decided to give her the ring back in hope that they could be friends. I think because she was being attacked online for being, homophobic, and she is homophobic. So, you know, those attacks were valid. I think that's the last couple. It's just the oddest fucked up show ever, because after the first episode, when they say, and we'll figure out, is love blind? I'm like, no, it's not. It's not blind. Do you know the only way love is blind is if you're actually blind? That's the only way. If you are blind and you find someone who is blind, then guess what? Love is blind. But see if any of you can see a bit, even like fucking Stevie Wonder, you can see shadows. Love isn't blind, right? It's as simple as that. But watch it, man. Watch it, don't watch it. The worst thing is, some of these cunts now have got like fucking 1 point... Look at this, the lassie. What's her name? What is her name? Lauren. 1.3 million followers on Instagram. What the fuck? I hate the world. I hate it. Watch it, man. Love is Blind on Netflix. It is fucking garbage. But it'll get you going, man. It'll get you angry. It'll get you worked up anyway. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've watched it, maybe you enjoyed it. Maybe you're sitting there going, big man, I enjoy your comedy, but I'd completely, wholeheartedly disagree with you. It was a fantastic show. Then you're a fool. But hey, keep listening, because you've got to drive these numbers. Love is Blind on Netflix, man. Give it a watch. One thing that I saw the other day, and I've seen it before, but it's always been on my mind. It's always on my mind. I've never spoke about it on the podcast before. Long story short, at a vegan restaurant, taking the missus out for dinner. I know. But what I'm seeing more and more, especially in vegan places, because vegan restaurants tend to be. So here's the point, right? It's a two-parter, double-parter. Strap in, guys. Vegan restaurants tend to be, I think you would agree, left of centre. So it's a more lefty kind of fucking right on, dude. You know, very happy. Hey, the world's dying, so let's save the fucking sea koalas. Right? That's the kind of vibe of the place. We don't eat animals because animals are people and people are animals. And, you know, so nothing in here has touched an animal. But I'm actually wearing leather shoes, so what am I like? I often find it as a certain type of person who either runs, operates, or works in a vegan establishment. I think you would agree on that, right? I don't think we can disagree on that, man. And the other thing I find is when I go to the washroom, the toilets, right, to squeeze out all the vegan hell that has entered my body, I'm finding that the toilets are... Is it unisex? Unisex isn't the right word, is it? It's non... Oh, what's the fucking term that you use? Non-binary? There's no non-binary. Gender safe toilets? I don't know. Right, one of the ones where the toilets are just any cunt can go in any toilet, right? Dick, cocker, fanny. That sounds like 3 kids. Right, who done it? Dick, cocker, fanny. It doesn't matter what you've got or what you're packing, you can fucking get into any bog. And some of them will have things like 3 stand up, 1 sit down. I saw that the other day and I was like, what? So I'm standing outside at this really small, narrow corridor. And there's 2 doors, right? Which would normally be ladies and gents, gentlemen and ladies, male and female, right? Now, I'm not going to get into a big debate as to how many genders are there, right? I'm just saying, when it comes to a toilet, there's usually 3 doors, okay? Women's, men's, and transformers, right? Disableds, okay? And you know what one you're going to. If there's a queue or you're cut short and you need a little bit of extra leg room, you might nip into the disableds. But normally, it's fucking one of 2 options, right? So when it says things like, you know, 3 stand-up toilets, 1 sit-down toilet, I was like, right? And then the other one was like 6 sit-down toilets. I was like, is that a pee or a shite? What if I want to sit down for a pee, you know? Does that make me a lady? I don't know, right? But this one had 3 urinals, 1 cubicle, and then the other side it said 6 cubicles. Now, it's obviously that gender fluid, non-fucking binary, Get your fanny out and pee in the urinal if you want, right? Now, I'm going to say straight up here that if you are trans or confused about your gender or unsure as to where you fit within that, one, and I think this is the number one point for everyone, I do not care. And that is not in a derogatory way or a bad way. It has no bearing on my life how you identify at all. And again, I'll bring everything back to the way that we should all govern and live our life. Don't be a cunt. That's it. If you're a trans person, or you've transitioned, or you're gender fluid, or whatever you are, again, I do not care. As long as you're a decent person, we're cool, right? Now, when it comes to things like non-gender specific toilets, that is the only time that I feel awkward. Now, that may, and I imagine it does, say more about me, but I am not unique in any way. And here's the other thing that we all need to learn. None of us are unique in any way, shape or form. Even if you have a skill, even if you can sing or dance or tell jokes, or you can tie a thing with your tongue, you can take it and it's tied a wee knot. There is someone else in the world who can do the exact same thing as you, if not better. None of us are unique. None of us are, okay? So, the one thing that is in my head when it comes to stuff like that, and I imagine there must be other people who are like it as well, I don't think, and this goes back to something that actually happened in my real life, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. Stick to the fucking point, Scott. Stop interrupting yourself. I don't think that women, right? Women should be forced to be in a situation where they have to experience, smell, taste, or interact with a man taking a shit. Okay? I don't think that should happen. Now, if you're trying to say that makes me transphobic or gender fucking phobic, whatever, you're lying, and that's bullshit. I just don't think a woman should have to go into a toilet as a man is fucking emptying the chamber. Okay? Because we go to the toilet very differently. Men, it's an efficient thing. It's get in, get the fucking evil out of your body and move on, right? Women are functional creatures, right? They're going into the bathroom to converse, maybe make a conversation, right? A phone call, to take a phone call, right? To top up some makeup, okay? To refresh themselves, okay? And maybe, if it is that time of the month, where a lady will do her single poo for the month, she will go into the bathroom and lay a perfect 1 centimetre cube of poo and flush it off, right? It's a very communal thing. If you've ever been in any ladies' bathrooms, I've been in a few when I worked in nightclubs. At the end of the night, when you would do the checkups, you would go through, at the start of the shift, you go and have a wee look as a bouncer. I've even at gigs, we've been put into the bathrooms as a green room, because I'm still doing well in my career. But what I'm saying is, a ladies' bathrooms is a very clean environment, right? They may even have a plant pot in there, right? They might have some nice decorations. Whereas a gentleman's bathroom, you'll be lucky to get a toilet seat. Lucky to get a toilet seat. And again, I think for a guy's point of view, we are in the bathroom, we get out what we need to get out, whether that be vomit, to try and clear some more space for the alcohol you're going to consume, whether that be a shite, so you can have a pudding, or whether that just be an angry, piss, and then you move on. right? And I also think, if they're being honest, and I think a lot of this comes from fear, because normal people are afraid to speak up in case they get shouted at. I don't think women want men shitting in the bathroom either. I don't think they want that. I said to the missus when we went to this, I went, it's one of these ends, I didn't know where I was going. And she says, I don't want guys, I don't want to go into a toilet full of guys. I went, I don't want you to do that either, hen. We're not that struggling for money yet. And she says, I don't want to get in there and no other fucking cocks are waving about. I went, I beg your pardon. Now, again, we don't know enough about the sexes. I don't think she really understands how men go to the bathroom. Right? I've been going to toilet in public for, since I could walk. And I mean, we don't remove the meat, the old chap before you enter the bathroom. That's not how we do it. We don't greet ourselves going like, hello there, cock out. It's kept in until the required moment. You get the occasional guy who thinks he's a comedian who will come in and drop his full trousers and pants at the side of your rhino like he's pissing he's in primary 2, and that's funny for a couple of minutes. But then you usually find out that those guys are assholes. But hey, I just think this is one thing. Now again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong with it, and I will caveat every statement I make with by saying I could be wrong. Maybe this is the future, right? Maybe the future is we all just fucking piss and shit together. I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong generation. But I'm just saying that I think when it comes to men and women, and it comes to taking a shit, I think men should shit in one room, and I don't think that women should be forced to have to be in the vicinity of a man taking a shit. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Now, if you identify as a woman but you're a man, but you identify as a woman, that's fine. Yeah, you can go in the women's bathroom. But if you need a shit, you need to go in the guy's bathroom. Alright? Because your name could be Deirdre, and you look like you're grand, but you shit like a man. So, number 2, back in the loo. Number 1, go have some fun. Oh, I need some coffee, man. I need some coffee. I don't know what I'm saying here. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Who fucking knows, man? All I'm saying is, if I'm taking a shite, I want to be surrounded with guys. That's all I'm saying. Okay, team. We don't have any listeners' questions on this episode because pretty much I've just got my Wi-Fi on the last couple of days. So I'm getting everything set up in the new gaff. Slowly but surely getting there. As always, the last room to be properly done is going to be my office / spare bedroom / currently fucking dumping ground for every bit of shit that we have dragged throughout our lives to where we are now. So we're getting there, right? I think maybe another couple of weeks I'll have everything set up. We can start to get the videos back up on YouTube again. And we can get some other content up there as well. So it's all about building a brand, I mean. But right now, it's going to be a wee short. I mean, I'm saying it's a short podcast, but we're about an hour already. Fucking hell, man. You getting this for nothing as well, you can't. Fuck me. Support your local artist. But if anyone's got questions for what will be episode 20, fucking 20, get in touch, man. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, contact through the website. All the social media links are there. Instagram at Big Scott Gibson, Twitter at Big Scott Gibson, Facebook Scott Gibson Comedy. Get in the website, fill in the form, man. If you've got something you want me to talk about, or questions you want to ask, topics, any videos you've got that you want to send me a link to, do that as well. So yes, it's been a feisty episode 19, man. I was going to tell you about something that I've got planned here, but no, because I need to wait for something to come in first, and then we can do it properly. But fucking, I know that's vague as fuck. Hey, there's some things happening, right? In fucking Casa Gibson. Still happening, man. So no listeners' questions on this episode, team, but let's do some news. I've got 2 wee news stories here for you. From, as always, the wonderful fucking shit rag that is the Metro. So let's do that. Let's do the news. Let's play the jingle! Today's headlines. Exploding Hammer Festival leaves 43 injured. Woman pisses alcohol despite never drinking a drop. And vet gives parrot prosthetic wings. Well. As always, everything that's happening in the world. People are dropping dead with la coronavirus. Prince Harry thinks he's a hard man, snubbing the PM. And climate change is rife amongst us, but the good people, the fucking heroes at the Metro, have gone with the news stories that need to be covered. Let's go straight in, man. It's the festival to end all festivals, right? Forget Rock Ness, may it rest in peace. Forget Tea in the Park, may it rest in peace. Forget Fire Festival, may it rest in peace. Forget fucking Coachella, may it rest in peace. There's only one festival that I am interested with, and that is the Exploding Hammer Festival. Now, where could this happen other than Mexico? Obviously, they're full of the fucking cocaine, you know, they're after nut, Day of the Dead, fucking mad hats, they're crazy, right? Narco fucking madmen. This story comes from Jen Mills, a respected journalist in the Metro, which basically means fuck all in journalistic world. Headline reads, Exploding Hammer Festival leaves 43 injured. How many dead, Jen? Let's read on. Dozens of people have been injured in the annual Exploding Hammer Festival in Mexico. The event, which takes place every February, involves people attaching a mix of sulfur and chlorate to the ends of sledgehammers. They then smash the hammers against rail beams, making the substance explode and send up massive clouds of smoke. This sounds fucking amazing. Some of the participants are flung backwards with the force. This year, one man hurt his leg in the blast and had to be carried off on a stretcher. What a fucking shitebag. Others were less seriously injured. So that's as serious as it gets. Some cunt hurting his leg. Others were less seriously injured, bringing the total of 43 people hurt yesterday. The small town of San Juan de la Vega is famous for the festival, which is dedicated to St. John the Baptist. According to legends, the town's namesake, San Juan de la Vega, was victim of a theft from bandits who took his gold. St. John the Baptist helped get it back and become a Mexican Robin Hood. This year, over 6,000 people attended the festival, including spectators. Over 100 police officers were present to oversee it, as well as ambulance workers on hand in case of emergency. And that is the story. What the fuck? Wow. There's a video here, man, which I need to remember to post. I'm going to even write a wee fucking note to post that up, because this is a fucking beauty, man. Just cunts attaching different chemicals to the end of a hammer and then smashing it off a bit of pipe, and it makes a good sound. That could catch on in the schemes, man. I imagine that might be cheaper than fireworks. You can maybe find that in the physics department at high school. Recreate your own Exploding Hammer Festival, Exploding Hammer, Cumbernauld. Maybe that's what we need. Great story, Jen. What a lot of nonsense. Zoe Derwitt, another favourite. She's gone with a controversial story here. Woman pees alcohol despite not drinking a drop. I mean, this is maybe something you want to keep under wraps here. A woman has been diagnosed with a never-before-seen condition after doctors discovered she was urinating alcohol without drinking a single drop. What are we talking here? What are we talking here? Are we talking Strongbow dark fruits? Is it a perfectly mixed gin and tonic? Does she do requests? Does she do requests? Can you go up to her bed and say, I'll have a pina colada, please? And she fires out a frothy coconut glass of joy? Or is it just pure 100% she's pissing alcohol? The unnamed patient, obviously she's unnamed, 61. It's going to have a kick to that cocktail. I imagine she's unnamed because there'll be fucking cunts. Diageo would be storming that fucking compound and dragging her off. Getting her attached to a machine, fucking pumping out 61-year-old single malt. They'd be selling that for thousands on the fucking dark web, these Japanese businessmen. The unnamed patient 61 has become the first person in the world to be diagnosed with urinary autobrewery syndrome. That is not a real thing. That is not a real thing. Urinary autobrewery syndrome. Shut the fuck up. This is not real. This is not real, right? You do not piss alcohol. It doesn't happen. And then if you did piss alcohol, the fucking name of that disease would not be urinary autobrewery syndrome. What a lot of shite. The syndrome is caused by yeast in her bladder. You dirty cunt! You dirty fucking bastard. Caused by yeast in her bladder that ferments sugar in her urine to produce alcohol. You dirty fucking cunt. Oh my god. Here's me thinking, this poor woman has got some disease. Now, I used to work with a woman who had a disease in her blood, and her blood produced alcohol, right? Now, basically what would happen is, it would affect like her, what's the word? Her circulation. So she was always cold, right? She was always cold dexterities, like hands, feet, but her blood would produce alcohol. So what it meant was she had to carry out this document. It was a card and a letter in her card, because if she was pulled over for any reason, if she was breathless, she would fail a breath test because there's alcohol in her blood. But it's alcohol, sorry, that her body produces naturally. Now that's a disease, right? This isn't a disease. This is some woman with a fanny that is that dirty and stinking, it is taking her piss and it's putting a head on it, and it's like a fucking pint of 70 shilling. Oh my fucking days. See, with everything that's going on with coronavirus, and people are like, you need to wash your hands properly. I mean, really scrub your hands, rub your wrists, get right up to the elbow, pretend you're a surgeon. You know, the way surgeons wash their hands. This woman needs a fanny washed. So much yeast in her bladder, it ferments sugar in her urine and produces the perfect frothy pint. The process is almost exactly the same as one used by beer makers. That's just what I said. But it's happening in her body. She's a fucking walking brewery. This is horrific. At first, medics suspected she may have been hiding an alcohol addiction when urine tests for the drug were repeatedly positive. That's what we thought. We thought she's an alky and she's sticking 2 cans of super tea up her cunt. But it turns out she's just got a fucking rotten badger that's coughing out fucking a pint of Guinness. Kenchi Tamara at the University of Pittsburgh. Oh, it's America, right? Do you know what? See if you knew on Metro, gotta do me a favour. Gotta just put a wee flag of nation's origin at the top. Because see if a story originates from America, I'm not reading it, right? Because it's a fucking load of shite. Oh, this is fucking grim. It said here that they test to show that there was no alcohol in her blood. Specialists at the university instead found high levels of Candida glabrata, a yeast naturally produced by the body, were accumulating in her bladder when she ingested sugar. This is fucking disgusting, man. He said it shows how easy it is to overlook signals that the syndrome may be present in some liver transplant patients. Mate, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Ugh. That's disgusting, man. your fanny's get that much yeast in it when you piss. You're fucking basically pissing. You're a brewery. Honest to God, man. Sometimes the metro, you really. How do you get up in the morning? See, if you work for this paper, how do you get up and fucking go to work in the morning and go, nah, do you know what? Today's gonna be a good day, man. I've got a lead. I've got a great lead on a woman that fucking pisses lager. Final story, vet gives parrot prosthetic wings after owner cut them off. I hope they found the owner and cut the cunt's arms and legs off. A parrot who became injured after repeatedly falling to the ground when her wings were clipped has been given a second chance at flight. 12-week-old green-cheeked parakeet Wei has been given a prosthetic pair of wings after hers were cut off by her owner. You fucking bastards. Vet at the Unusual Pet Vets in Brisbane, Australia fitted Wei's new feathers, and within hours she was back in the air once more. Go on, Wei! Dr. Catherine, 31, said the severe wing trim left the bird in agony and unable to fly without falling to the ground. You fucking assholes, man. She made Wei's prosthetics out of feathers donated to the clinic, which had been cleaned, sterilised and dried. The doctor said primary flight feathers, the big feathers at the end of the wings, which had been traumatised, may result in pain, bleeding, unwanted aggressive behaviour and self-induced feather plucking. The impending procedure was performed to prevent further physical injury and to regain flight for optimum mental and physical health. Oh, go on, wee man. Wing clipping is carried out to restrict flight and protect indoor birds from injuring themselves on ceiling fans or by flying into large windows, but the practice is controversial, and experts saying there is no evidence to suggest clipping birds are any safer than those with full wings when kept inside as pets. First of all, see, why would you have something like a parrot as a pet, right? And I know some of you may have a budgie. It's not a parrot, right? And see if you've got a bird. Like, birds they're not meant to be indoors, man. You know, see if you want a pet, get a dog, get a cat, right? Get a fucking guinea pig, get a G-pig, man. G-pigs are brilliant. Don't get a bird and then stick it in a cage, and certainly don't clip its fucking wings, man. People just don't deserve animals. They're just disgusting. As a result, the bird was sustaining heavy falls to the ground because it was trying to fly and his fucking wings been clipped dicks, which has the potential to injure the bird. Wei's case, she was falling heavily and the owner noticed she was painful on her feet. Explaining the procedure, the base of the feather was cut to allow the entry of a wooden toothpick where it is secured in place with glue. The bird was then placed under a light anaesthetic. Oh, it's got a wee fucking gas mask on. To ensure that Wei did not move whilst the feathers were placed correctly and the glue dried for the painless procedure to be performed. Wei was then placed in a heated hospital room for a couple of hours before being encouraged to fly. She flew very well after a few attempts, said the vet staff, and appeared quite excited that she could suddenly do it after all. Well, at least we've ended on a slightly better note. Young Wei has had her wings replaced and she's flying again after some absolute fucking toilet of a human cut her wings off. Well, there you go, Metro. Once again, you've outdone yourself with some of the maddest and shittest news stories from across the world. Your headlines this episode, team: Exploding Hammer Festival leaves 43 injured in Mexico. Woman with arguably the world's most disgusting fanny turns herself into a brewery machine creating alcohol from her yeasty fanny. And vet gives parrot second chance at life with prosthetic wings. That was the news. Okay, team, bit of a rushed episode this one, but you know, we just had to get it out now that finally Wi-Fi is back on. I am connected again to the world. So episode 19 in the bag. Hope you enjoyed it. Same as before, man. Let's fucking grow these bastard numbers, right? It's down to you. If you listen and you enjoy it, you're a fan of the show, you're a fan of me, fucking build the bastard. Share it on your social medias. Say it to your friends and family. Get them to subscribe to it. However you listen to your podcast. Number of platforms. We're on SoundCloud, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify. Go to these different subscription services and subscribe to the show, the Battlefield show, and that way you will get every single episode that comes in straight away as it drops. Now, thanks for listening. I don't think there's much else to mention. There's a couple of shows coming up next month. I'm doing another work in progress, I suppose you'd call it, kind of fuck about, in Glasgow on the 29th of March. It's not going to be a full show like I did on Saturday at the Classic Grand. This is just going to be a kind of fuck about with some new bits and pieces. So if you'd like to come along to that, it's on March 29th. Then next month, April, the tour, White Noise is back on the road again. April 4th, we're in Uddingston Cricket Club. April 5th, Killearn Village Hall. And April 9th, out to Newton Abbey in Northern Ireland at Theatre at the Mill. 4th, 5th and 9th of April. Get on the website, scottgibsoncomedy.co.uk. All the tickets are there. If you are in or near any of those areas, or you've been to see me before and you've got friends or family, send them my way. The first couple of shows have all either sold out or there's been 1 or 2 tickets left. So let's try and keep the fucking good times rolling, man. Let's keep it going. It's the last couple. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only get 8 shows left of White Noise, and then that is it done. So get along. Uddingston, April 4th, Killearn, April 5th, and Newton Abbey in Northern Ireland, April 9th. Get in the website, get the tickets, send me your questions for the next one, get in touch, let me know if you enjoyed the show, and fucking as always, look after yourself. I'll see you in the battlefield soon. Onward!